Our SABC News reporter Chriselda Lewis is out and about in the city of Johannesburg. She is speaking to elderly citizens at old age homes on their expectations from the President in the State of the Nation address. Chriselda, good morning to you.
Well, a very good morning to you, Leanne, and good morning to our viewers. Of course, the President's entree ahead of the State of the Nation address is obviously quite full. So many expectations from South Africans on what the President should say pertaining to the high crime rate in the country and in particular, the socio-economic conditions that the country continues to face, challenges relating to that. So the expectation, of course, is that the President will give feedback on some of the successes from the last State of the Nation address and also, perhaps look at some of the setbacks and how government plans to address that. So this morning we're out and about speaking to the elderly, and we are at a Frederick Place. That is a home for the aged. That's in Coronationville here in Johannesburg, and I'm joined by some of the elderly this morning. Mama, Botata, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Mankale nawe tata, what are your expectations from President Cyril Ramaphosa tomorrow?
Well, my expectations from the President is if he can understand that we have overstayed our welcome in our own families. We are old and they don't see the upcoming generations. They don't see the things the way we see them. So I would appreciate it if the President can make a point that he increases the support for the home, for the aged people, for old people, because in our own homes we seem to be like nuisances. We say this, you do this, you are wrong, you say this, you are wrong. At least in these places, we've got people who care for us, you see, people who understand, people who treat us as real people who've got a value to add to the society. Unfortunately, where we used to stay with our families, now I don't blame them. We see things differently. You see, they see them in their own way, in this new generational kind of stuff, and we see things in our old way. Like the President has got his own vision and his own way, the way he sees these things. He's an old man like myself. He understands me better. I think he'll make the point that the places where we have been taken care of are also given a priority.
Let's give the mic to Umama, and if you can hold it for her. Mama, siyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho. Ufuna ukubonana uPresident akhuluma ngane kusasa njeba ezokhuluma nathi sonke singama South Africans ngokuthi yini le bayenzile njengo government nokuthi nalapho mebukuthi balungise khona. Yile oyibonayo njengomuntu omdala ma okumeba ukuthi uPresident agxinisise kuyo ngomso. Ngakhuluma isiZulu ma.
Mina uPresident ngiziningi nje into engathi angasisiza kodwa ezibalulekile ukuthi uPresident thina asinabantu abantwana bayasebenza, we are forced ukuthi size la sizohlala la old age home. So uPresident kufuneka sibonelele, siyarejwa ngabantwana, siyabulawa ngabantwana, benza zonke izinto, bathatha imali zethu, asinamali. Manje lana lapha sikhona sihleli kahle, asinakekele yonke into bayasenzela. Manje ugovernment naye makenze into ngathi ngoba asincedakali nale mali yepeyi incane, asinayo neside khona manje ngoba iziyo sihleli ngayo la. So ugovernment makasize asibonelele ekuhlaleni kwethu bokuthi la sihleli kahle kabi. Ngoba sigadiwe, asinakhala ukuthi bazawungena basirape abantwana, bazibuza imali ukuthi iphi imali. Yabona.
Masiye Kutata, sir, thank you very much also for joining us. Your key concerns or issues that you want the President to address in his State of the Nation address tomorrow.
Firstly, good morning to the President and the budget. On behalf of Frederick Place, where I live, I'm considering this very healthy residence where I live. Mr. President, my appeal to you is that you consider us as people of South Africa into pension now, and there's quite a bit of us in pension that's living here in Frederick Place. My appeal to you is that we you consider us as people and not as citizens of South Africa, but people that we want to live healthy lives, presentable life, a crime-free life, a crime-ridden country that is beyond control in South Africa. All we appeal to you, Mr. President, is that you take heed of this, our call, and let us get together working South Africa better. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much. You can hold the mic there. Thank you so much. Well, Leanne, you know, the expectation from different quarters of society is quite huge, and the pressure is on the President to address so many issues, and in particular here at Frederick Place, at the Home for the Aged in Coronationville here in Johannesburg. The elderly are hoping that the President will say something about them. They speak about conditions where they come from in their own homes where they're not welcome. We're not talking the budget at this stage, but the expectation from them is that, you know, the President will put emphasis on how, you know, the elderly, the old are to be looked after and respected. We heard from Umama talking about how they're ill-treated in their homes, how young people murder them, how young people rape them. So I guess, you know, on the issue of gender-based violence, that is one of the issues that the President is likely to address quite extensively in his State of the Nation address. One of the scourges that is plaguing the country, the issue of crime, also coming up from these elderly here who have, you know, seen through many years of, you know, some of the ills that the country continues to face.
All right, Chriselda Lewis, thank you very much. An important voice given to the elderly of South Africa ahead of that State of the Nation address.